Pryvit.
Bonjour.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Morning Brew with Vienna, Whyte, Season 1, Episode 53, a Yeg Music production. I'm your host, Marissa Kay.
I'm your other host, Millie Rouge. And good Sunday morning.
And oh, what a beautiful morning. Dexter is here and awake.
Aww.
Oh, he just did that cute little stretch where dogs do that, like downward dog stretch.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
he's
love that.
stretching his back legs too. He's like, oh, so good.
I was actually saying this to my roommate the other day, how it's funny how whenever a dog does a stretch, humans have to say, oh, that's a good stretch. That's a big stretch. That's
Dexter,
a
you
big
gonna come up,
stretch.
buddy? Dexter, you gonna come up,
And
buddy?
it's
Come
so
here.
true. You have to say
Come
it.
here. Come here. Come on. You can do it. You can see
You
it in
can
the
just see his
middle.
little
Come
nose.
on. Come here. Come on.
I was going to call him Marshall.
Good boy. Oh, okay.
ASMR Dexter.
Okay.
Ow!
Good morning, everybody.
No, he can't hear me.
Yeah.
Look at those ears. That's the perfect morning brew right there.
Yes. So, welcome, everybody. Can you hear him doing that?
No, just his face is cute.
He's being cute. No, where are you going? Stay here, buddy. It's
Actually,
okay.
this morning, so yesterday was Marshall's 6th birthday. Okay,
Yes,
and
it
this morning
was.
I went on a walk with the dogs, and some guy came out to my dogs and he was like, he wasn't petting them, but he was just like looking at them like, he's like, you're an old fella, aren't you? And I was like, how dare you? He just turned 6. How rude of you. He is not an old fella.
So unbelievably rude. Dexter's 6.
Yeah, he doesn't look old.
No. And that's ridiculous. Don't ever think age is just a number.
Well,
you
I mean,
know?
like when you look at Marshall, and especially with his haircut, you're kind of like, how old are you? But so I can kind of understand, but still rude the day after his birthday. How rude.
Exactly. He's already self-conscious about turning 6.
Yeah.
He looks very cute though, I will say.
Yeah, you like it? So
Yeah,
it was a DIY haircut for sure. So we were kind of nervous and it took forever.
No, he looks great.
Actually, this morning, last night, I made this whole 3-month plan of how I'm going to run for the next 3 months, essentially.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get up early and do all this stuff like I used to do last year. So this morning I was like, okay, I'm going to start my very first day and I'm going to do my 45-minute cross training. So I decided to do biking. So you can choose biking or a rest day. And I was like, well, biking's really not that bad. So I go to like ride my bike and I had a flat tire. So I was like, okay, I'll just go and like put in some air and then I'll be good. So I go to put in the air and the tire just goes, oh
no.
Like, this tire is broken.
Oh no.
So, I mean, I've had the bike for a while, so it probably was, in due time anyways, but I've never had a broken bicycle tire before, so I have to go figure that out. Hopefully they're not too expensive, but
I don't think it is, but
I don't know. I've never bought one, so I don't know.
Sorry, Dexter just knocked down my phone.
Oh,
anyway,
Dexter.
He's just so floofy.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, that'll be, man, I'm sorry that happened. That sucks. I only recently got my bike back. Or not got it back, but like the tires are full enough that I can ride it.
Right.
And I remember I was super excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of forgot how much fun riding bikes is.
It's so much fun. I love riding bikes. It's my favorite thing. That and swimming. That's my favorite activities that are like fun exercise. But pools aren't open, so rip.
It's so rip.
Well, and actually, it's just funny because I was like, okay, last night I was like, I'm going to make this 3-month plan. I'm going to train for a 10K race. Like I'm going to do by myself, not with other people, but just for myself. And then I was like, yeah. Okay. I woke up at 8:00 and that's pretty early for me considering I wake up at 9:40 every day. And then I'm like, yeah. Okay. I'm going to go pay for this. All right. And then I get there. I'm just like, okay, let's try again. Let's go back home and take the dogs on a walk. But we're here. We made it.
Would you ever take the dogs on a walk while you're riding your bike?
Oh God, no.
No?
I would die.
Not a good idea?
Not a good idea. I've seen people do that, but their dogs are usually really big and like well trained. But
Well, see, that's why you can get a little basket and then put them in the basket.
I have actually a metal basket on my bike. So I've tried before putting Lily in it, and I went to the convenience store, but it's a little dodgy.
Aww.
It's like, I'm not sure if this is a good idea, but she kind of enjoyed it. I mean, she kind of seemed like she did.
Yeah, with Dexter, he'd probably jump out of the basket. Like when we're driving with him in the car, we have to make sure we don't open the windows too much because he will jump out.
Really?
Like,
oh my
gosh. Oh
gosh.
yeah, he's like, he gets excited. He's like, "Oh, another dog. Wow.
Let me come talk to you. Wow."
Like that one meme where he goes like, what does he say? Leroy Jenkins, and he just jumps out.
I could totally see him doing that.
Yeah, that's Dexter. But
so speaking of things that are cute and just adorable, let's talk about an album today.
Yes.
This is the album called More and More.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So today's topic is our review of the album More and More by Twice.
Twice. Such an interesting band name.
K-pop band. Yeah.
Oops. Yeah, I just like compared to the other ones I've heard, and I don't know, I guess there's like BTS and I don't know.
There's BTS. There's also the one that I knew when I was younger is called SHINee.
Okay.
That's their name. But yeah, it's K-pop is such a huge thing now.
It is.
And I feel like it's only gotten bigger. Like there was J-pop for I mean, I don't know much about the culture around it. J-pop is Japanese pop.
Oh, Japanese.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah,
K-pop's for Korean, right?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
But yeah, it's K-pop is kind of like I don't know how to describe it. It's just like it's such a phenomenon right now, and so many people are just enamored with it.
They're obsessed.
Is that the right word?
They're obsessed.
Yeah.
I think obsessed is a better word.
Can I also just
Oh, sorry, yeah. You go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, can I also just say that one of my favorite things that happened in the last couple of weeks was K-pop fans were just like flooding hashtags with K-pop stuff. It was amazing.
There's something else they did too. I saw that on the Twitter.
It was fantastic. I loved it. Because you imagine you go to search a hashtag and then you're just like, what, K-pop?
Explode.
What? And yeah, it's amazing. I love it. What a passive aggressive way to do it. I think it's amazing.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I myself don't have a lot of experience listening to K-pop or J-pop in the past. So for me, obviously this was new, and I think that was kind of the intention, was to give us an assignment that was something we don't listen to, which you succeeded, because I do not listen.
Yes.
And I don't think there's really any reason why I don't listen. It's just,
well, it's just something I never came across.
Yeah, I guess I just never got
in my years. I did, well, that's not true. I did come across it like back in, what was it, 2011, with the band SHINee. The song was called Ring Ding Ding. And oh my God, it's such a catchy song. I like learned the dance moves. It's like do 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 do. It's so much fun. But I think that's the big appeal of K-pop, is that it's just so like dancey and just so much fun, and and I can understand why people are obsessed with it, because it's basically like girl bands and boy bands revived for now,
with like 1,000 members in them.
Yeah. Oh, that was the other thing too.
That also, helps. I just realized that your background was different. It took me this long to realize your background was different.
Shane's here. Hi, Shane. Yes, I am sitting opposite to where I normally sit. My shelf is over there, and this is just a big comfy chair.
You look cozy.
I am cozy. I've got a blanket on my leg. I'm just like, this is my
coziest morning brew.
Yes, the coziest morning brew. If we did these in the winter, I would be fully covered in a giant onesie.
You'd have like your whole blanket over your head, like.
I should start the next morning brew like that.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah. Yeah,
But yeah,
eventually I'm going to try to get outside. But anyway, let's go back to our topic.
yeah,
So
K-pop.
yeah, so we both listened to More and More by Twice.
hmm
And first impressions. What were your first impressions?
My first impressions were I felt like I was in Claire's and I was 12 and I was listening to music in Claire's. That's my first impression.
Awesome.
What was yours?
Um, I that's an interesting first impression. I think my first impression was just like, oh, I'm in for a fun ride. Like that was
Mm.
as soon as it started, it was like, and it was just like so much fun. Like I could picture myself. I guess if I had to say my first impression was, um, I was watching like an early 2000s movie or a 90s
Mm.
movie, like a teen rom-com kind
Mm-hmm.
of thing.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Hell yeah.
yeah. So I that's what I pictured when I was listening to this, because I was just like I could picture this song going on in the background while someone's just like, "Mom, I need my breakfast. Like I gotta get to school." Like that's what I was picturing.
Then they go downstairs and the mom has this big ass, I think I've talked about this before, but
Yeah.
big plated breakfast and they take one bite and then they put it down and say, gotta go. How
So ungrateful.
disrespectful. How
So ungrateful.
disrespectful.
How dare you?
What a waste of food. Anyways.
Exactly. See, if I were that mom, I'd just be like, fine, I'll eat all of this myself. Whatever. um,
I'll eat
but,
every single last bite.
yeah, but that was my first impression. So I think we
Yeah.
had very similar first
Yeah,
impressions.
totally.
I don't know, this whole album was just like so much fun. Like I understand the appeal of K-pop for sure.
I'm interested to know because I feel like the age demographic goes from 10 to 25. Like that's my guess.
Something like that.
There's
Yeah.
really no like preteen because you kind of think this would be like a preteen-esque age demographic, but it
Mm.
does go way past it. Like I've met lots of 20-year-olds who are obsessed with K-pop and it's like
Yeah. Well, and see,
a lot of
like
junior high kids.
yeah, like a lot of my students that have brought up K-pop to me, they'll always ask me, they're like, "Can we sing a BTS song?" And I'm like, "Okay."
You can try.
Well, and because some of them actually speak the language, which is kind of cool.
Even better.
So they know how to sing it, or like for the most part, they're like, "I know how to pronounce it." I'm like, "Hey, that's great. I don't." So
You're
we'll
on
do
your
it.
own.
Yeah. So yeah, and it's usually kids around that age. Like teenagers too, like really, really love K-pop.
Junior high, yes. They
Yeah.
all decorate their lockers with BTS pictures when it's their birthday.
Yeah.
Can
It's
confirm.
and it's one
Seen
of those
it.
things that it weirdly makes me just like happy inside when I see all that, because I'm just like, oh, I remember that feeling. Like
That phase.
yeah. Inky
Yeah.
Alex says hello. Hello, Inky Alex.
Hey, how's it going? I've never had I don't think I ever was obsessed with a band though in junior high. Like I never had that like I was obsessed with one person, which is pretty obvious, but never like a band. I don't know. I never got into like, and I think One Direction was kind of starting to rise, and there were a
Mhm.
few bands I could have been like, but I don't think I ever
Yeah.
got
See,
into that.
that was me during my emo phase. So the band that I was
Right.
obsessed with was My
My
Chemical
Chemical
Romance.
Romance.
But growing up, I was super obsessed with the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC.
Mm.
I thought I was in love with Lance Bass when I was when I was younger. I thought I was gonna marry him.
Oh, I thought I was gonna marry Zac Efron and Jesse McCartney.
Oh, Jesse McCartney. Yes, I forgot about Jesse McCartney.
Right?
I don't want another pretty face.
Mm-hmm.
Good song.
Yeah, it's great.
Um,
But yeah, that was kind of like I was curious when I was thinking like age demographic wise, what would I see this audience? Would it be mostly females? Probably. I don't really know if it's really popular amongst males in Korea, but maybe. I don't think it would be as much, but I think it'd be more so females because
yeah. Well, and the thing that I really enjoyed about this album specifically was that it kind of had almost like a 90s flair to it.
kind of 2000s.
Specifically, oh yeah. Specifically, actually no, I don't want to mention what song it is because it's my favorite song. I'm going to leave that for the end. If I was going to purchase any one of these songs,
Right.
I would purchase this one song. And I would listen to it on repeat and play it in my car when I'm driving down, going on a road trip or something, like just absolutely blasting it. Or if I had a party, I would just like blast this song.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like a very like just like fun, poppy, dancey kind of album.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on the actual production?
Production wise, oh, there's a bird squall going down outside. Sorry. Production wise, it was like, it's really tight. It's really perfected. It seems like there's literally no errors in the production. I did feel like a lot of it was just kind of like copycat, you know, like of just like American music, which is totally fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but it didn't feel like traditional to their culture in a sense. Oh, I guess not. I guess that's not necessarily true, because I'm sure there were things I just missed because I'm not from Korea. But I think, yeah, I think there was, it's just, it reminded me a lot of just American music that's like super poppy, super generic. And I was just kind of like, oh, I kind of wanted to hear like something a little different. But I did really like it. Like, I think it sounded like mastered to the T, like whoever was the masterer.
And as far as I know, I don't want to get this wrong, but as far as I know, they're from South Korea, which is like a very westernized.
Yeah, I was looking up the names of the people who had song credits.
Yeah, and so it's very westernized, like very westernized. I mean, that's kind of like where a lot of music is coming from. Like a lot of the music that we listen to nowadays all comes from the States.
Yeah,
for the most part. I mean, I try to listen to more Canadian stuff, just because I'm a little bit biased.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Actually, last night on Spotify, I was listening to Afro beats, and it was sick. I was like, people need to listen to this more, because it was like basically indie pop music with just way more Afro influences, and it was really cool.
Oh, sweet!
Very, very cool.
But yeah, so it's a lot. Like I said, a lot of the music nowadays or not nowadays, but a lot of the music in other countries, like pop music, is very westernized. But I think the thing that I liked about this album was, like you said, like the production behind it was very clean.
Yeah.
Very clean and very tight.
Yeah.
And I just like, I was listening back to it, I was just like, man, this whole album just sounds so nice. It just, I don't know what the quality behind it, but I was just like, there's
no way to describe it. It's just, I don't know. It just feels like if you were to give it a grade, you'd be like A+. That was perfect. Yeah. You know, just like no errors, well, as far as I know, but
yeah,
it sounded great.
Well, and the other thing too with this album was just because I didn't understand the language. There's a couple English lyrics here and there, so you could get the gist of it. But I always love listening to songs in other languages, because I feel like it gives you you can try to you focus on something else and you try to understand it, not knowing the language, before you like look up the translations. You know what I mean?
It's really cool.
It's for that reason. I mean, I speak Ukrainian, but I still listen to a lot of like Ukrainian music and Ukrainian pop that they sing it so fast that I can't understand it sometimes.
Yeah.
But I still enjoy it very much, because I'm like, yeah, shabya, and it's like, it's great. But yeah, and I don't know. I think that it's really great. And also I feel like this album is meant to be watched on stage as well. Like I don't feel like it's a listening album.
True. That's a good point. It's not much to like soak in and absorb. It's more just to listen to purely for fun or for enjoyment purposes, or you know.
Well, because I know that a lot of the music in K-pop is meant to be danced to, and that's kind of a whole part of being a K-pop star, is you have to learn these routines and be very strict and look a certain way, and like the rehearsal processes that they go through, or like the what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say audition process, but like just getting into one of these bands, and just like being in one of these bands, they just have like a very strict, high standard. That's a better word for it. A very high standard process of going into one of these bands and being in one of these bands. And I know there was like a huge controversy around it, of how these pop stars are treated, and how
I didn't know that.
how rigorous of a schedule they go through and what they put their bodies through, and it's like it's insane. And they look so clean and they look so amazing. But it's
their hair's perfect, their skin complexion's perfect. Even the male K-pop is like, they kind of look like females sometimes because of how
everybody is just so beautiful.
Perfectly they're done up every day, every time.
Yeah. And just if you look at any of these bands, they're all just so beautiful.
Yeah.
And they're just beautiful. I can't.
We are going to stop on Instagram, but we're going to continue on our Morning Brew episode. Check it out tomorrow at 6 a.m.
Bye.
Bye. I just want to stop because I have some notes on here and I'm going to forget them. So.
Oh, no, it's all good.
It's even the album cover of these girls on Twice. I was just like, they all like look the same and they all look like, I mean, obviously it's like somewhat photoshopped when they like do the album cover, but still
100%.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say they look the same. I'd say they look very together, like very uniform.
Yeah, which I guess isn't
like, they all have the
necessarily
very
a bad
same
thing.
aesthetic, same look.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's very much like the aesthetic of K-pop bands and the K-pop image, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, it's just pretty.
I have some notes just kind of like on other things I noticed, but
Go for it.
Felt like a lot of the album was very formulated. Like I said, like it's like,
oh yeah,
you know, they were taking a formula, putting in the song, being like, okay, this one's good. We use the formula, check, right?
Mm-hmm.
The songs did get very repetitive though, because they were all following this formula, which necessarily I guess probably isn't a bad thing, and they probably maybe that's what they're going for with their marketing and everything. But for me, for listening wise, I was just kind of like, okay, this song sounds the same. This song sounds the same as the other one.
Mm-hmm.
But I really like the sample effects. I thought they were really cute and bubbly to like their band and kind of their nature of who they are as people. I love the like whole girl gang vibe. Like that's pretty cool that they have like literally 9 members that are just like, yeah, we're in a band and we sing music and you can dance to our music and you can have fun with us too, right? Like I think.
Well, have you seen their live performances?
I haven't. No.
Oh my God.
I'd be curious to though.
The choreography is so great. Like it's so cool. Yeah.
From really talented.
From all the footage I've seen from K-pop bands performing live on stage, it just looks perfect. Like it's so beautiful to watch. And it looks so like uniform and in sync. Like there was this one move that I saw. I don't actually know if it was from Twice. It might have been footage from Twice, but I didn't check the source. There's this one move that they did where they did like it was like one hand here. There's somebody behind her. One hand here, one hand here, and they did like a
oh yeah.
And it looks so cool.
That's sweet.
Yeah, and it's just like, and I think that's another big staple of K-pop is like the choreography.
For sure.
But I did notice a couple of the same things where like a lot of the songs sounded very just, I guess formulated is the right word.
I did like though, like rhythmically, everything was like varied though. I think that was what kind of differed each song is that rhythmically they had variation, which kind of added to the album, I think, in the end, right? To make it more unique than every repetitive song.
Oh yeah, 100%. Did you have any favorite songs or did any of them stand out to you?
Honestly, I didn't have any favorites, but
really,
I know I was kind of surprised. I was like, all right. But the one song I think I did really enjoy the most for sure was Firework. It had a really classic Latin kind of pulsing beat of the drums.
I was going to say that it was very early 90s.
Yeah.
Or like late 90s.
And even like it is relevant today too, because I hear it a lot in Justin Bieber songs, the kind of like da, 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 da.
Oh, what's that
is
called?
Is it too late now to say sorry? Like in that song.
There's an actual name for that beat. I forget what it's called. Fred would know. I need Fred. Where's Fred?
Fred. No, it's not bossa.
No, it's not bossa. It's like okay, that's gonna bug me.
Yeah.
Oh, what is the name of that? Beat.
Yeah, Latin beat. But I loved it. I thought it was very like culturally diverse that they were using that kind of styling in their own music, and it's really catchy. So I was a sucker for that song for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna. What the heck is? It's a certain, I think it starts with the letter T. I can't remember the actual name. I'm going to message Fred and ask him. So that's going to bug me. I know the name. It's like, it's on the tip of my tongue. There's a certain word for it.
The tip of the tongue, the tip of the
But
lips.
that beat, I forget the name of that beat. But yes,
Gifting.
I did like that song as well. That was like the first thing I noticed. I was like, ooh, I've got like Backstreet Boys vibes from this song.
Right. Yes.
My favorite songs, the first one was Oxygen. I just really enjoyed that one. Just for a particular reason, I was just like, I really like this song.
Enjoyed it.
Shadow, because of the horn sample. I love the horn sample in that song.
Yeah.
I just thought it was really kind of cool and felt like I imagine that if they played this at a show, it would be like their big number, like
they're big
with like all the horns,
all the stage lighting. Yeah, I could see it.
And I wrote this one down, and then after I listened to it more and more, I bolded it, I underlined it, because I was like, this is my favorite song from this album. It's called Sweet Summer Day.
Okay.
That was like the very 90s one. The very, very 90s one.
Okay.
That one just it just gave me a lot of nostalgic feels when I was listening to it. And I was like, I could listen to this song on repeat all day. It was just a lot of fun.
Did you actually well, I guess you said you don't really download music to your. You have some weird stigma about downloading music or something. I don't remember what your thing is.
Stigma. I'm literally just super lazy. That's all. Oh. I'm just lazy. That's the end of it. That's the beginning and the end of it.
Do you use Spotify, or what's kind of your?
I do use Spotify. Yeah, okay. I've been meaning to get premium, and the reason the reason I don't download is just because I'm like, ugh, I don't want to have to listen to ads.
To the ads,
Like I said, I am fully aware that I'm just lazy, and that's just me.
You know what I do?
Yeah.
I'm the opposite of you, and I'm lazy in like a different kind of way. Is because I have these credit cards that I've used, like prepaid credit cards that'll usually have like 50 cents on them. So I have a crap ton of them. So every time I run out of my Spotify premium, I go on to my new account with my new email address, my new identity as Rachel Wood, and I apply for Spotify premium for 3 months, and they always have deals going on. So it's always like, try it for free for 3 months, or try it for 99 cents for 3 months. And
that's really funny. That's why we keep getting emails, and I keep saying it's like, your Spotify premium is up. I'm like, when did I get Spotify? But then I realized I was in the wrong email.
It's because I have so many emails I have to like vary between all of them.
That's so funny.
I could buy premium, but I'm just like, I don't want to worry about it on my credit card every month, so I just don't bother.
Yeah.
But anyhow, not related.
Yes. So, but if I was going to like, I guess I'm more of a CD person. If I really had to say, like, I love to put CDs on in my car, and just, I'm very like nostalgic. And I'm sure if I had a turntable, I probably would play vinyls all day.
Yep.
But yeah, I always find Spotify is just for background. It's not for just like me listening.
I get that.
Songs, but that's usually in the context that I use Spotify is like when I'm having a party. So I don't really like use Spotify I'll listen to an album. If it's like the whole thing on Spotify, I'll listen to a full album. But if I'm going between songs, I'm not listening to listen. So anyway,
I totally understand.
So that was my favorite song from the whole album. I will probably go and listen to that song a whole bunch of times today. So it was just so much fun. I'm probably going to go watch a bunch of their live performances too, because
I'm curious to see that now too, as well.
Yeah.
Let's give her a grade for this review of this album. Let's give her a grade letter.
I'm going to give it an A.
I'm going to give it like, I feel like I'm so mean in these reviews. I don't try to be mean. I don't try to be the Simon Cowell. I'm going to give it like a B plus. Like decent, but it's like not my favorite thing, but I could see why other people would like it. I guess that's what I'll say. So that is all the time we have for today's Morning Brew. Thank you guys for watching our review of More and More, right?
Yes.
Yeah, More and More. My name's Millie Rouge.
And my name is Marissa Kay. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe, hit the bell button to be notified when these videos come out. They come out Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. MDT every single day. And we'll see you on Monday.
Bye.
Bye.